We all know what drones are, right? But what if I told you that a quick flight over your house could actually be one of the most powerful financial tools you have? I'm serious. Today, we're going to break down how aerial documentation is turning into an absolute must-have shield for homeowners, protecting you from your insurance company and maybe even the tax man. But let's kick things off with a pretty unsettling question. I mean, you pay your premiums on time, right? You're a good customer. So, is your insurance company secretly watching your property from the sky without you even knowing it? Sounds like something from a spy movie, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It is happening right now.
And look, this isn't some fringe concern. We're talking about consumer advocacy groups confirming that this is a, quote, very common and fast-growing trend. Insurance companies are using these incredibly high-res images from planes and drones to inspect your property, often without your permission, and they're actively looking for any reason to jack up your rates, or worse, just drop your policy altogether.
Okay, so let's dig into what's really going on with this new overhead threat. For the insurance industry, it all comes down to two things: efficiency and cutting costs. I mean, think about it. Sending an actual human inspector to every single house, that's super expensive and takes forever. But with automated aerial surveillance, they can check out thousands of homes in a blink, and it's all powered by AI. So the big question is, how does a simple picture from the sky end up with you losing your insurance?
Right. And you gotta understand, these computer algorithms, they're not looking for nuance. There's no gray area. They're just trained to hunt for and flag very specific liabilities. We're talking about stuff like a few cracked roof tiles, maybe some mold signatures that a human inspector might not even see, or even just some tree branches hanging a little too close to your roof. Any of that can trigger an automatic non-renewal notice from the AI, and suddenly, poof, you're left scrambling to find new coverage.
Okay, so that's the threat, right? It's invasive, it's automated, and it feels a little unfair. But here's the good news, and it's really good news. You can fight fire with fire. Or, in this case, you fight their data with your data. The best countermeasure is to build your own proactive financial shield, basically using the exact same technology, but for your own benefit. And this right here is the absolute key. It's called baseline documentation. Now, this isn't just you snapping a few pictures with your phone. No way. We're talking about a super high-resolution, time-stamped, and geotagged visual record of your property. And the most important part? You control it. This is not just a nice-to-have thing, it is your objective proof. It's your story about your property's condition on a specific date, and believe me, it carries some serious weight. So, let's look at how this whole thing shifts from being just a defensive move to a really powerful offensive strategy. See, once you have this kind of evidence in your back pocket, you're not just sitting back and reacting to whatever your insurer throws at you. Nope, you are now the one setting the terms of the conversation. And the numbers here, they're pretty staggering. Check this out. When you submit a claim that's backed up by this kind of detailed drone data, it's 85% more likely to get settled quickly. That means no need for a super costly, time-sucking arbitration process. And why is that? It's simple. The evidence is totally objective. It just completely removes the whole he said, she said argument from the equation. Okay, but let's say your claim does end up going to arbitration. What happens then? Well, get this. The data shows that homeowners who have drone evidence win 90% of the time. 90%! That just goes to show you the incredible power of having professional, irrefutable proof. It fundamentally shifts the entire burden of proof back onto the insurance company.
All right, so let's break down where this really makes a difference. Take something super common like wind and hail damage. Drone data can show exactly how many shingles were damaged, pinpointing everything. It quantifies the damage perfectly. Then you've got water damage. This is cool. Thermal imaging can actually see moisture that's trapped and hidden inside your walls. But the big one, fire. With an average claim of over $88,000, that pre-loss baseline we talked about, it becomes everything. It is the definitive proof of what your property looked like before the disaster, making sure you get every single penny you're owed to rebuild.
But wait, it gets even better. This documentation isn't just for your insurance policy. The exact same data that protects you from your insurer can also be used to unlock some serious savings on your federal and even your local taxes.
You see, the IRS has this really critical distinction between a repair, which is just maintaining your property, and a capital improvement, which actually increases its value. This is where drone imagery becomes your best friend because it makes that distinction crystal clear. A detailed photo of a small localized patch job, that's your proof of a deductible repair. But a full 3D model showing a brand new roof, that is undeniable proof of a capital improvement. This documentation is basically your audit-proof record. And hey, this works on the local level too.
Let's take Stark County, Ohio, for example. They have a law that if your property gets damaged in a storm, you can file for a property tax deduction. But to do that, the form asks for an estimated dollar amount of damage. And guess what gives you that exact number? Yep, the very same report you already made for your insurance claim. So you're getting double the financial bang for your buck, all from a single drone flight.
Okay, so we've covered all the whys: defending your insurance policy, getting leverage in claims, and even saving money on taxes. Now, let's get down to the how. Here is your simple, actionable playbook to put all of this into practice.
All right, here's your game plan. It's just 5 simple steps. First up, hire a pro. Make sure they're FAA licensed and insured. You don't want to mess around here. Step 2, and this is crucial, get that baseline inspection done immediately, like right now. Step 3, set up recurring flights. You want to keep your records fresh, so maybe every couple of years or definitely after any big storm rolls through. Step 4 is huge for taxes. Document everything. Get detailed before and after images for any major repair or improvement. And finally, step 5, share the goods. Give these reports to your insurance agent and your tax pro. This is the ammo they need to fight for you.
And listen, this isn't just theory. Real homeowners are already cashing in on this. Take C. Reynolds, a homeowner who said their claim was processed in half the time. Why? Because the photos were, and I'm quoting here, irrefutable. That's what we're talking about, the undeniable power of objective proof.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought. In this new age of automated surveillance and computer-driven decisions, a story about your property is being written, one way or another. The only real choice you have is who gets to write it. Is it going to be some anonymous algorithm in the sky, or is it going to be you?